Hello, welcome to the February edition of Producer Spotlight. My name is Arlen Robinson. I'm the community facilitator here at CCTV, and I don't have just one. I've got two very special guests I want you to meet this month. Their names are Parul and Dan. They both have a series of their own, and they also work together on cooperatively on a series. I had a chance to sit down with them, and I really wanted you guys to get a chance to meet them. So without further ado, here we go.
Hi, my name is Parul and Dan, and I'm currently doing a show here on CCTV called What's Cookin'. And I came up with this idea. I've came up with this idea when I watched the Food Network. I watch the Food Network a lot, as Dan knows.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to be like a critique, or something that I always wanted to do was maybe be, have my own show, or maybe cook. So I've been talking to Arlen. I came in one time and I heard about CCTV when I moved here. And I talked to Arlen about it, and he was just so welcoming and so motivating. And I was like, I need to find someone that can help me. I just needed assistance with editing and stuff. So here it is. I found Dan, and we've been a team ever since.
Yeah, and basically I had done a few shows in the past, a few years back when I had started. I was basically teaching myself some special effects, learning the system. I wanted to be producing regular shows eventually, but I kind of didn't know, so I was just kind of playing around. That's how I taught myself. And well, now I'm doing my own thing. I kind of started into a regular music series, open mic, videotaping regular musicians and supporting that scene. And then I just started a karaoke series as well. So that.
Oh wow! I didn't even know about that. That's awesome.
So yeah.
He's all over. That's very talented. Well, right now we're working on our show, which we go to different restaurants and try on the food. We also go behind the scenes, so make sure to watch it. It's called What's Cookin'. It should be start to airing soon, right? I'm not sure if we have a date yet.
Yeah, we've. It's in the works. So I believe it's February. Gosh, I have some other dates going on, but I think it's February 13th.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely.
That our first. February 14th. I'm
14th.
sorry.
Okay.
That it's
Valentine's Day, which is this is great. So what we're actually. What our motivation is, of course, we want to have a show for the local public here in Salem.
And that's a big thing that we do, is support the local scene of. We want to help local restaurants. We want to help support local music, and I think that's the drive that kind of we're both together in is supporting the community here in Salem.
I agree, and no better way of doing it with music and food, right? I mean, it's the best way, right?
Yeah, help the musicians and help the local restaurants, and we do that together. That's kind of both our heart thing of. To help.
Well, and we're hoping one day we'll have our own show, maybe on the Food Network. You never know. I mean, so
that would be nice.
Yeah, right. But it is. It's so motivating to have. People like Arlen and everyone that helps around to actually show us that, we can do it, right? And that really helps. I know Dan spends a lot of time here on CCTV.
We're both motivated, and that's, it kind of helps push us both because we're both high energy, go out, get things done. She runs around and can get the restaurants and schedule things and that type of stuff. And she's great in front of the camera.
Oh, thanks.
And then I'm behind the scenes. I'm gung ho on getting stuff filmed and getting stuff edited, and we make a great team like that.
Yeah, and he's really good at it and very patient with me as well, because I'll be calling him all the time.
We can work together.
We work well together, and and it started. And I'll be honest, it was just Arlen has suggested Dan to me, and. It just went off from there, and Arlen said he's a great guy, and he would really help you out. And even from the first talk, I think I just kept yapping, and Dan just kept listening. But we jumped right in, had our first show, and we did great. So
yeah, it's been going good. Struggle through. The first bits are going to be difficult because you are reinventing the wheel, or you're inventing something that's never been done before, and probably be easy just to give up and say, hey, this is overwhelming, I don't know what I'm doing. But if you stick it with it, you can probably figure out what'll work, and don't be afraid to ask for help and ask questions. There's a lot of people that have done things before here at CCTV. Other producers have ideas and suggestions, and then the people that work here at CCTV are very helpful and can give you advice either on editing or camera work or sound or you name it. All around.
You know, and I agree, because I think when I came up with these ideas, I was telling my family about it. And I, you know, obviously they're supportive, but I don't think they were thinking that I'm gonna like really go through with it. You know, like, oh, it's just an idea, and you know, and stuff like that. But once I found CCTV and I came by and see Arlen, especially, I mean, he was just so motivating, and he just was really like, you know what, I'm gonna make this happen for you. I am gonna help you, and he did. And you know, and you are gonna feel like, oh, well, there's no one to help me sometimes and stuff like that. But just come into CCTV and you'll see that they're very helpful, and they're going to motivate you to run your show. And they want that. They want the best for you. They want the best for the community. And really, just stick through with it. And
do not be afraid to jump in and do it. That's the main thing I can say is, do not be afraid to jump in and get your hands dirty.
And find someone that knows what they're kind of doing. Like for me, I just knew that I wanted to do a show, and I wanted to be part of a show, and this was my idea. But you know, I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to really record anything, and that's where Dan came through. So it was just wonderful.
That is, and also, don't be afraid of mistakes. Everybody makes a ton of mistakes. I have made a lot of mistakes, and you go back and you fix it, and you just work with it, and eventually you'll get something that really works for everybody. So
right. I mean, come on. Even from our first show, I think we just jumped in.
Yes.
That was our first meeting on our first show. We go to the restaurant, and I don't have anything prepared. I just jump in and I start talking to the owner and the chef. And we've noticed how we've gone so much better every time, and it does.
It gets
you get
smoother.
better.
Yeah, the first time through, you know, editing and filming and everything, it's a little disorganized, but every show since and everything that I've done since, everything gets more and more clear.
Right.
You get a lot more clarity, and everything goes smoother, and you can start on your camera work, you start doing things that are more smoother. On your editing, you do things that help smoother. Everything works together.
Right. And you know what I like, and you know, and certain things, and you know, lighting, everything gets a lot better. So, you know, just don't be afraid to jump in like we did.
I really want to thank Parul and Dan again for coming in and doing the interview. I really want a chance to showcase new producers and stuff that's happening, and I hope in some way it inspires you out there in television land to, I don't know, maybe want to get involved and make a show of your own. We do orientation the first Tuesday of every month at 3:30 and 6:30, and I do studio class, which is free. You attend the orientation first, then come take the studio class. Same thing, 3:30 and 6:30 p.m. on the second Tuesday of every month. If you want to find out more, please call us at 503-588-2288 or shoot me an email. It's arlen@cctvsalem.org. You guys are awesome. Have an awesome month, and I'll see you guys in March, okay? Bye-bye.